It's Way Up with Angela Yee. I'm Angela Yee with my journalist, executive producer friend Kim Osario. And we're doing some UT. All right. Now, Lil Wayne was on the Richard Sherman podcast on Friday. And one question that he was asked about why do people in hip hop hate on Drake?
Why they be hating on Drake like this?
He light skinned. That's history. That's just American history, man. That's American history. How I know is because I'm not light skinned. I hated on all light skinned dudes in school.
Kim, why you make that face?
Because I think
it's reverse history.
Listen, I think there's a difference between being light skinned and acting light skinned.
Okay.
And I think Drake be acting light skinned.
Do people hate on Drake though?
Yeah.
I think it's about being successful. The more successful you are, the more people hate on you.
True.
I think it's a proportional thing. Like, first it's 1,000 people, right? And 700 love you, 300 hate you. But then when there's 1 million people that,
right,
it's 700,000 that love you, 300,000 that hate you. But the haters are louder always.
Yeah, but he also flosses a lot. So the more you floss, the more you're going to get hated on.
And then he does, like you said, when he was doing the influencer video recently where he was like putting on a face mask.
Yes.
And what's going on here?
Yes. Acting light skin.
Yeah. All right. Now, Common was on Late Night with Seth Meyers. He's been doing his runs recently because he was on the Jennifer Hudson show, too.
Yeah, I saw that.
And he talked about the 2010 NBA Celebrity All-Star basketball game. You could tell this is something that bothered him because this was 14 years ago. But here's what he had to say about Michael Jordan critiquing him.
That year, I did great. I really thought I was going to get MVP. And I ended up, after the game, going to Michael Jordan's Brand Jordan party. And, he said, Common, come in. I gave him a little love, and he said in my ear, yeah, stick to rapping and acting. I was like, Mike, man, I just killed it on the court, but not to him.
Ooh. Or maybe Michael Jordan felt threatened.
No, you know what it is? I think Michael Jordan is like the most competitive person in the world.
Right.
Like you even gonna compete with someone you know is not going to be
even
able
his own kids.
Go
when
against you.
Marcus Jordan talked about that, how competitive.
He's super competitive.
All right. Well, it could be that. Maybe he felt like Common might have challenged him.
Yes. Sure.
All right. Andre 3000 has announced his New Blue Sun live tour. Are you excited and do you want to go? Because he is going to be at the Blue Note Jazz Club. But it all kicks off in Brooklyn, January 29th. That's soon. That's in just a few days.
I want to go.
Yes, I'll be curious and interested to see what this is going to be like. And he's doing like smaller clubs. So I'm sure these are all going to sell out pretty quickly.
I'm sure.
By the way, and Offset has announced his first solo headlining tour in support of his Set It Off album. That's going to kick off in March in Philadelphia. His press release says, Set It Off is more than a phrase. It's a vibe we're creating together. This tour is not just a series of concerts. It's a journey into my mind. I'm ready to hit the road on my first solo headlining tour, bringing the heat and most importantly, giving the fans a new way to experience my music.
Okay.
I wonder if him and Cardi are back together.
Yeah, Set It Off is a movie to
about
me.
The music and
I'm
then...
like, I keep thinking about the movie.
Mm-hmm. All right, Selena Gomez. This was a beautiful story. Timothy Bobrovitsky was sharing his stage 4 cancer journey on social media, and one of his dreams was to be noticed by Selena Gomez. Here's what he said.
So hear me out. I have stage 4 cancer in my lungs and my leg and everywhere else. I really need your help to make my childhood dreams come true. If you know anything about me, you know that I'm Selena Gomez's #1 fan. One of my bucket list items has always been to either meet Selena Gomez, just be recognized. Even if she just saw this video, honestly, I could die peacefully.
And he said he's been a fan of hers for more than a decade, by the way. And she did end up seeing it. And she sent him a message, what's your Insta? And here's how he responded.
I cannot believe this is real life. Thank you all so much. My whole life, I just tried to be noticed by her. And it's happening all because of you guys.
The Wish, got millions and millions of people
beautiful.
recognizing it. Is there anybody that you would want to meet that badly?
No. And I was listening to how
rude.
I am rude. I was just
excited.
I know. I was like, wow, like just the feeling. It just made me feel warm and fuzzy because I was like, if I was going through that, like, would I be able to like receive it so nicely and like post on Instagram so nicely? Like,
I love it. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Shout out to Selena Gomez. And that's your Yee. When we come back, it's time for Under the Radar. These are the stories that are not necessarily in the headlines. They're flying under the radar. Man, imagine you buy 2 seats on the plane and they try to make you give up a seat. Are you wrong for that? We're going to talk about it. We'll tell you what one woman's experience was in Under the Radar. In the meantime, Hate it or love it. It's way up.